Ready? Black, do that. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Tight go. Easy.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch. Watch, twitch.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Browns.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Check. Wait. Check. 45.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Wait. Watch out. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Time up. Check 37. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Wait. Now let's get there.
On third down, Winston. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Winston to throw for it on fourth. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. No, no, no. Off, off, off.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check, check.
Saquon Barkley running right. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
I got you, boy. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. On 2nd down, here's Barkley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
brings up 3rd and 11.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 51 the Mike, boy. 51. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Trot. Hey, let's calm down. Hey.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, even. Check. Green, come see.
Now Elliott. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
We got. Green, come see. 50. Mike 50. Easy. You can't block me. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Black 25. It's just me, baby. It's just me and you. Follow. Easy. Let's go.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Flip. Check 24. 49. Check 49. 45. Hey, let's get some person. Hey, let's get some penetration.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Barkley. They find some open field here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Jim. Undercrunch. Go. Mike,
on 2nd and 2, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey. Check. Shit.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here I come. Here I come. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 51's the Mike, boy. 51.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going up top. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
65. 65.
Jameis to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down, Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Browns take over.
Who's got this?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed head coach.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slam. Let's walk.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
51 to Mike, boys. 51. Rip right. Zip it. Mike 51. 6-4.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Check 3. Check 24. Check 22. Check. Over. 22. Check.
They'll run it with Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now it's Barkley. And some room to run now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Bang, 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 bang.
On the run, it's Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We take a win home. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
This is Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Set, ready. Hey, hold on. 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Hatchet. Off. A little flare.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Shady! 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. You're all right. You're all right, baby. Get this. You're all right. Easy.
First down, Winston. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 50. Check 50. Wait, 17. Easy.
Here's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. On third down, Barkley. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A handoff to Barkley. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Got a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action now. Winston. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, 85 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so that the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 20.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
All day, dog. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Running left, it's Barkley. Oh, what a move. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. That's taken in by Callaway. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes